To our viewers and listeners from the Lamudi Online Housing Fair, good morning. On behalf of our officers and the whole PAG-IBIG Fund, I would like to thank you for inviting us to this event and for giving us again the opportunity to present the PAG-IBIG Housing Loan Program. It is my honor to share with you how PAG-IBIG Fund, through its programs, have helped its members realize their dream of home ownership. Allow me to begin my presentation with a snapshot of your PAG-IBIG Fund for the first half of 2021. As of June 2021, PAG-IBIG active membership stands at 13.8 million. We are happy to note that despite the pandemic, membership still continues to rise as many Filipino workers entrust their savings with PAG-IBIG Fund. Despite all the limitations and difficulties, PAG-IBIG Fund was able to assist 47,463 housing loan borrowers amounting to 44.34 billion pesos of housing loan releases. This only shows that PAG-IBIG's shelter financing program continues to bolster home ownership among Filipinos despite the pandemic. Moreover, we were able to provide immediate financial assistance to 998,791 PAG-IBIG members, amounting to 21.34 billion pesos. By the end of the first half of 2021, PAG-IBIG Fund's assets grew to 699.25 billion pesos from 669.82 billion pesos in 2020. I hope that this assures our members that your PAG-IBIG Fund remains strong and financially stable despite the crisis that we are facing. Let me now present to you our PAG-IBIG Affordable Housing Loan Programs. There are two housing loan portfolios that PAG-IBIG Fund offers. The regular housing loan program, which we have discussed during the first Lamudi Online Housing Fair, and the Affordable Housing Loan Program, which will be the focus of our discussion today, along with the PAG-IBIG Fund's Real and Other Properties Acquired Disposal Program. As we strive to provide housing opportunities for as many Filipino families as possible, we ensure that our minimum wage earners are not left behind, and we made this possible through the Affordable Housing Loan Program. The targeted beneficiaries for this program are minimum wage or low-income earners. Members eligible for this program may borrow up to 750,000 pesos to finance their acquisition of a socialized housing unit or even an acquired property of the fund. Because of the fund's tax exception, whatever the fund saved for that purpose, we plow it back to the members through the form of interest subsidy. Similar to the regular housing loan program, the maximum loan term for Affordable Housing Loan Program is also at 30 years, which guarantees low monthly amortizations for our borrowers. Our members can avail of a loan for the purchase of residential lot and purchase of house and lot, townhouse, or condominium unit that may be old, new, or an acquired asset of the fund. Members can also apply for the construction or completion of a residential unit. The interest rates for Affordable Housing Loan Program, available for low and minimum wage earners, remain at its lowest with a subsidized home loan interest rate of 3% per annum, fixed for 5 years, and 6.5% for 10 years fixing term. At the end of the 5 and 10-year period, the interest rate shall be repriced based on the prevailing interest rate in the fund's pricing framework. In cases wherein the principal buyer's gross monthly income at the end of the 5-year or 10-year period is still within the required income threshold, the subsidized interest rates shall still apply. We are hoping that we can extend this program to as many PAG-IBIG Fund members, especially to other earning groups and sectors. Meanwhile, the basis and evaluation of this program lies in two categories: the cluster where our member borrowers work and their income. When we speak of cluster-based, it is divided into two types. The first cluster refers to all working individuals within the National Capital Region and/or OFWs. And the second cluster refers to all working individuals outside NCR or working in the regions. The other category that we will look into is the borrower's income. Once we have defined the borrower's income and cluster that they belong to, we can now determine if they will qualify for the Affordable Housing Loan Program. Buyers earning up to 15,000 pesos for Cluster 1 or up to 12,000 pesos for Cluster 2 can avail a maximum loanable amount of 580,000 pesos charged with an interest rate of 3% for the first 5 years of the term. Monthly amortization for this loan amount comes to 2,445 pesos only. Meanwhile, the buyers earning up to 17,500 pesos for cluster 1 or up to 14,000 pesos for cluster 2 can avail a maximum of 750,000 pesos charged with an interest rate of 6.5% for the first 10 years of the term. The monthly amortization for this loan amount comes to 4,740 pesos only. By offering these affordable rates to our members, we help promote and encourage home buyers to proceed with their purchase, thus spurring economic activity in the housing industry, which has a multiplier effect that benefits our economy. To be eligible to apply, the members need to satisfy the following conditions. Must have made at least 24 monthly savings in PAG-IBIG Fund, with at least 1 month savings deposited within the last 6 months. For members whose monthly savings are still short of the required number, they can opt to pay in lump sum inclusive of the employer and employee counterparts to satisfy the required 24 months savings. Must not be more than 65 years old at the date of loan application and must not be more than 70 years old when the loan matures. Must have the legal capacity to acquire property in the Philippines as indicated by the law. Must have not previously applied for a PAG-IBIG housing loan that was foreclosed, cancelled, bought back due to default, or voluntarily surrendered. Lastly, should the member have any short-term loan, either a calamity loan or multipurpose loan, monthly payments must be updated. Despite our efforts to help our members continue their home ownership, there are still instances when the defaulting loans graduate into foreclosure. As such, PAG-IBIG Fund offers these acquired assets to our eligible members, which they can buy at very low prices. The remaining slides will focus on the discussion of the PAG-IBIG Fund's Real and Other Properties Acquired Disposal Program, or simply the ROPA Disposal Program. We also want to highlight the group sale of Real and Other Properties Acquired program, where several properties may be purchased by a group of member borrowers. Bigger discounts from 40% up to 45% are provided for group loans or bids with gross selling price amounting to at least 10 million pesos up to more than 100 million pesos. In case the group has subsequent set of buyers of PAG-IBIG Fund ROPA under group sale for the same calendar year, the applicable discount shall be based on the cumulative gross selling price of the aggregate properties for the year. The said discount shall likewise be applicable to previously taken out accounts for the same period. The PAG-IBIG Fund's ROPA or acquired properties available for sale are posted at the PAG-IBIG Fund website. Interested buyers may check regularly for the updated listings of inventory. PAG-IBIG Fund's ROPA are offered on an as-is, where-is basis, which means that the properties are disposed based on their current conditions. Moreover, interested borrowers can cherry-pick from the list of inventories available nationwide. However, we encourage that they do conduct site visit prior to acquiring a property. To understand how the fund disposes of these properties, let me share with you the modes of disposal, which are categorized into 3: direct purchase, public auctions, and negotiated sale. The first mode of disposal is via direct purchase, wherein properties are offered to the current occupant via invitation to purchase. The present occupant will be given 30 calendar days to respond and submit an offer to purchase. The selling price shall be based on the latest appraised value of the property and will be sold without any discount. If the properties are not disposed by direct purchase, they will be offered through the first public auction. Interested PAG-IBIG members may participate in the sealed bidding, but no discounts will be given regardless of the mode of payment. Moreover, the minimum bid shall not fall below the latest appraised value. The qualified bidder who offers the highest bid shall be declared the winner. In the first public auction, acquired assets that remain unsold will be disposed through the second public auction. The same rules in the first public auction will apply in disposing the acquired properties. However, in the second public auction, the bid amount shall be based on appraised value of the subject property less 10% discount. In case the winning bidder opts to pay through cash or short-term installment, the additional discount seen in the table shall apply. The list of available properties through this mode of acquisition and the auction schedules may be found at our official website. Once the properties are left unsold after a series of auctions, they will now be offered through negotiated sale under the following modes of disposal. First is the retail sale. It's open to any active PAG-IBIG Fund member who wishes to submit an offer to purchase for his chosen acquired property. Depending on the chosen mode of payment, applicable discounts will be given to the borrower. 30% if through cash payment payable within 30 days, 20% if the bidder opts for a short-term installment payable in 12 months, and 10% if through PAG-IBIG financing. All the necessary steps can also be found in our website. Another mode of disposal under the negotiated sale is through bulk sale. In this mode, individuals, developers, corporations, and agencies are given the opportunity to purchase acquired assets through either cash or installment payment at a discount depending on the gross selling price. An interested buyer may offer to purchase more than one acquired asset with aggregate appraised value of at least 10 million pesos. For gross selling price amounting to 10 million pesos to 50 million pesos, the applicable discount is 40%. For more than 50 million pesos to 100 million pesos is 42%, and for over 100 million pesos is 45%. Some of our borrowers make this an investment. After purchasing and rehabilitating the acquired properties, they have it rented or even sell with income from return of investment. Another mode of disposal under the negotiated sale is the group sale as mentioned earlier. The group sale was designed to ensure PAG-IBIG members directly feel the benefits of their PAG-IBIG membership through hefty discounts. The PAG-IBIG Fund shall grant a discount depending on the aggregate selling price of ROPA that will be acquired by the employees or members of the association, either through cash, short-term installment, or long-term installment. For gross selling price amounting to 10 million pesos to 50 million pesos, the applicable discount is 40%. For more than 50 million pesos to 100 million pesos, the discount rate is at 42%, and for over 100 million pesos, it is at 45%. In this mode of disposal, the group shall submit their offer to purchase to their designated single point of contact or authorized representative, stating the following. An itemized list of PAG-IBIG Fund acquired assets to be purchased, the names of the corresponding buyers or bidders, the amount of their offers, and their chosen modes of payment. If the group has reached and won their initial aggregate offer of 10 million pesos, they will individually be given a 40% discount based on the total group amount, regardless of the mode of payment chosen. In short, the group will enjoy higher discounts as the aggregate amount of purchased acquired assets increases, as seen in the table. The good thing about this program is that the evaluation of the offer shall be on a per property basis, even if the disposal is denominated as group sale. In no point will the employer be held liable to the individual loans of the employees. What we only ask in return is for those individual buyers who opt to pay through long-term installment, execute an authority to deduct which will be submitted to their employer for the settlement of their obligation with the fund. The group sale of PAG-IBIG Fund acquired assets shall be available to any employees associations, cooperative, or any employer who meet the following requirements. Must be willing to enter into employer accreditation program with PAG-IBIG Fund or a similar agreement, and must have an existing or willing to execute a collection servicing agreement or CSA with the fund for the deduction and remittance of the housing amortizations of the winning buyer. In this slide, you will see the summary of the various disposal options and the respective applicable discounts available for winning PAG-IBIG buyers. For direct purchase and first public auction, there will be no discount whichever mode of payment will be chosen by the buyer. For the second public auction, the original price is already discounted by 10%, and further discounts shall apply depending on the mode of payment. If through cash, there is an additional 20%, and through short-term installment, there is an additional 10%. For properties under negotiated sale, the published price reverts to the original amount. However, bigger discounts will be given to the buyers. Under retail sale, 30% is given if through cash, 20% if through short-term installment, and 10% if through PAG-IBIG financing. Properties purchased under bulk sale may accumulate discounts from 40% to 45%, whether this be paid through cash or short-term installment. Lastly, for group sale, discounts from 40% to 45% will also apply depending on the aggregate gross selling price, regardless of the mode of payment. For purposes of illustration, this slide shows us the simple computation of the discounts enjoyed under the group sale by a PAG-IBIG member in acquiring this property in Greengate Homes subdivision. With a total savings of 447,000 pesos vis-a-vis the bidder's offered price, we can assure the same benefits to future member bidders prospectively. To give you a better understanding on the process of ROPA disposal we've mentioned earlier, let me go over the steps to purchase acquired assets via group sale. First, check for available properties. Tingnan ang listahan ng acquired assets sa aming official website, www.pagibigfund.gov.ph, o bumisita sa pinakamalapit na Pag-IBIG Fund Housing Hall. Second, inspect the acquired asset. Kagaya ng naunang nabanggit, hinihikayat natin ang mga interesadong buyer na puntahan at inspeksyonin ang lokasyon ng balak na bilhing acquired asset upang masiguro na katanggap-tanggap ang kondisyon ng balak na bilhing acquired asset. Third, submit the purchase order form. Magparehistro at sagutan ng purchase offer form, isumite sa employer's authorized representative, kalakip ang mga purchase offer, kopya ng valid IDs ng offeror at dokumento na nagpapatunay ng pinagkakakitaan. Fourth, pay the reservation fee. Ang nanalong offeror o buyer ay magbabayad ng 1,000 pesos reservation fee sa loob ng 5 araw simula sa pagtanggap ng notice of award. Fifth, submit the deed of conditional sale. Pagtanggap ng notice of conditional approval of sale, pirmahan at sumite ang deed of conditional sale at ibang dokumento na nagpapatunay ng loan sa Pag-IBIG Fund. Sixth, pay your monthly amortization. Simulan ng pagbabayad ng buwan ng hulog pagkaraan ng 30 araw mula sa araw ng pagpirma ng deed of conditional sale. The individual buyer may purchase the acquired asset through cash or installment in accordance with the mechanics provided in the prevailing guidelines on the Pag-IBIG Fund ROPA. For cash payment, the buyer shall be required to pay the reservation fee and a down payment of at least 5% of the net selling price of the Pag-IBIG Fund acquired asset, as well as sign the deed of conditional sale. The full payment of the amount due shall be made within 30 calendar days from date of signing of the DCS. For short-term installment, the buyer shall be required to pay reservation fee and a down payment of at least 5% of the net selling price of the Pag-IBIG Fund acquired asset, as well as sign the DCS. The amount due shall be payable for more than 30 calendar days up to 12 months from signing of the DCS. In the event that the individual buyer opts to purchase the acquired asset through long-term installment, the following conditions must be complied with. The selling price shall be paid in equal monthly installments through salary deduction through the approved term. The monthly installment shall commence a month after the signing of the DCS and every month thereafter until full settlement of the obligation. In case of resignation, retirement, or other modes of separation from employment, the buyer may opt to pay the outstanding obligation through any of the following modes: salary deduction with new employer, post-dated checks, accredited collection partners, auto-debit arrangement with banks, or any other collection system which the fund may implement in the future. A few important reminders on the purchase of Pag-IBIG Fund acquired properties. In case the group has subsequent set of buyers for the same calendar year, the applicable discount shall be based on the cumulative gross selling price of all the properties bought in the same year under the first successful offer and subsequent ones. The said discount shall likewise be applicable to previously taken out accounts or to the properties bought under the first successful offer. Any excess payment upon the application of the said discount shall be considered as principal payment to the buyer's housing obligation. Any portion of the amount due that remains unpaid after the due date shall be charged with a penalty of 1/20 of 1% for every day of delay. The maximum loan amount is up to 6 million pesos. The winning buyer shall be required to attend the briefing on the group sale of Pag-IBIG Fund ROPA. The aggregate gross selling price, which is based on the appraised value of the properties subject of the group sale, shall be at least 10 million pesos. Should you have clarifications with regards to your PAG-IBIG Fund benefits, you may contact us via this service channel. Likewise, with any questions about the PAG-IBIG Fund's acquired assets, you may contact the following lingkod PAG-IBIG. These programs are available to you as part of our committed efforts to help our members achieve their dream of home ownership. I hope that I was able to enlighten our listeners and viewers of the Lamudi Online Housing Fair about the affordable housing programs offered by the fund. Again, we would like to thank Lamudi for giving us the opportunity to provide our updates. Rest assured that we, your lingkod PAG-IBIG, will remain committed to providing relevant housing programs to all our members. Muli, ako po ang inyong lingkod PAG-IBIG, naghahatid ng tapat na serbisyo mula sa puso. Magandang araw at maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.